Many people are suggesting starting to use AI extensively in writing computer games, and I agree. Using AI may be quite helpful in many ways, reviewing your code, finding an error in your code, providing you some suggestions when you're stuck. But I would say we are quite far from the idea that we will be able to generate a game just by writing something in English and then feeding it to the black box LLM machine and then playing our great game with our name on it. And to explain why, I will take a broader aspect of programming, not only for gaming, but for programming as a discipline. The argument that many people do nowadays with AI and LLMs, that we will finally be able to code using plain English, I believe this argument is fundamentally wrong. Now, here is the thing. It's not that LLM bad at coding. They often not great at coding, but you definitely can use LLM to produce some sort of a program. But we were using plain English for coding all the time. There is an old Russian joke about a programmer who managed to learn English in just one day. When he was asked how it was possible, he explained, well, simple. English is just Python with few extra words. And if you look at the languages, at programming languages from linguistic point of view, you will realize that they are not some alien writings. Programming languages are focused specific subsets of English language usually, that are designed specifically to describe the behavior of a system on some level. If it is C, it might be low level, if it's Python, it might be higher level, and if it's functional programming, it may be even higher level. But it is just English. Of course, there are some things that might be alien for people who know nothing about math, about system design and things like that. The best you can possibly get is a domain-specific language, which will be a superset of programming language, as still a subset of English. When you prompt engineer or write in English, what is actually happening, you just expects and hopes that LLM will translate your improperly described requirement into some kind of working solution. If you want to have any kind of granular control of the code, programming code is kind of the best you can get. And using LLM to produce a solution that will work for your case is just a gamble. And as a very visual example of it, I can show you this image that I generated for the post about this topic on LinkedIn. I wanted to have a very cartoony black and white sketch with a person poking at that horse with a stick. The image that was generated was actually fun and I liked it and I used it, but it was nowhere near what I wanted. It is actually fine for a single social network post. When we're talking about programming systems, which would be processing money, which would be used by millions of people all over the place, this kind of deviation from intention is not fine. It is a disaster. And if I want to explain it to LLM so it actually generates the image that I want, making this image in the first place would be the faster way to do that. I've been using Copilot for as long as it existed. Before Copilot, I was using the Tab9, which was machine learning AI code completion thingy before LLM became a thing. Throughout all this time, unless we're talking about very small and minor things which don't matter, if you want something to be done right, LLMs, like in 6 cases out of 10, will not generate the result that you will be able to accept without any kind of adjustment. And if I need to write 5 lines of prompt, then wait a minute for this to be generated, then read it, trying to understand what was generated, and then tweak another prompt to generate this sort of thing, I might as well write it by hand from the start, and it will be faster and better quality. Anyways, that was Test Encoder and AI related video, and I wonder what do you think.